Hey, my name's Mike.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Josh.
And I'm Ted.
We're acidic.
And if you're not in the now, you're in the nothing.
So you guys are out on the road with Hinder right now.
Yes, we are.
How's that tour been going for you so far?
You know, it's been really good. This is our third run with them this year.
Wow.
I think it might be the last run with them this year, but we've been, touring with other bands too. We did some runs with Trapped. We're about to do a co-headlining thing with Smile Empty Soul. We're going to do a couple gigs with Pop Evil and Taproot.
Nice.
And then we're gonna, there's a bunch. Being in a touring band, your life is always firm, but not confirm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing right now. It's like our whole year is firm, but it's not confirmed, so we can't really talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good.
Those bands you were naming, that's some good company to be involved with.
Oh yeah, especially Pop Evil and Taproot, and Hinder.
Yeah.
I mean, the venue we're playing today, I believe cap is like 1,800 or something like that. And knowing Hinder, it'll be sold out. So
Oh yeah.
we're getting good stuff.
Talking about other venues, what have some of the other venues been like to you guys?
Everything's been amazing. Everything's really just been amazing. We've had the privilege of playing some really awesome venues, and we've also had the privilege of revisiting those markets. The most important thing for a band of our status to do is go to a market. Yeah, for sure, it's great to go play for people, but if we don't revisit the same city at least twice in a year, none of those people will remember us next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fact of life. People have shorter attention spans. And so we've had the good grace to be revisiting venues, and especially on this tour, we're playing the Cotillion tonight, and then we're playing the Lizard Lounge in Wichita in like 2 weeks with Smile Empty Soul.
Yeah.
So it's a good chance to build the market and actually see the fruits of our labor. We're doing the same thing in a place called Bloomington, Illinois. I believe the flies are attacking my drummer right now. How are you doing with that, man?
Flies everywhere.
It's Kansas for you.
We got here and it's like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of corn.
Oh yeah.
A lot of corn, a lot of sunflowers too.
Exactly. Yeah.
We should grill that corn.
No, I'm talking about revisiting some of those cities. Has there been any of those that have kind of stuck in your mind as, damn, I can't believe we've got that good of a reception coming back to it?
Well,
Denver is kind of one of those. We not like on this particular run, but on an early run with Trap, we hit Denver, and then a month or two later we hit it with Hinder, and it was great.
We've also been going there for 3 years now.
4 years.
4 years.
It was our first stop ever on tour. Denver's like our baby. It's the first outside city we ever played. We're from Los Angeles. And I mean, Los Angeles, it's a big enough city where you could go 5 miles and be playing out of town.
Yeah.
But it's the first major 18-hour drive we did out. But we've never played Kansas before, so we're hoping that Kansas is one of those places, especially Wichita. There's a lot of cool things to
big
go.
rock scene here, so
Yeah, it's awesome.
They definitely support the music.
Oh yeah, not only that, but I'm a student pilot, and the Cessna and Beechcraft factories are like that way.
Yeah.
So
One
that's
of our
really
crew
cool.
guys, Shabby.
Yeah.
He's right there with you too. So
Oh yeah.
he does his fair share of flying. So,
Oh yeah.
definitely. Let's talk a little bit about your guys' live performance. If you were to describe your live performance to someone who's never seen you, how would you do that?
Controlled turbulence. That's
A little bit of chaos.
yeah. We leave it all up on stage, but especially, I guess, the progression that we've had in our career is we've been able to do it in a more controlled way. Like, there's a difference between a band up there going crazy and a band up there looking like professional rock stars. And so we've really been finding the differential between the two and making it our own. But I mean, what was it, 2 nights ago, people came up to Josh, our guitar player, and were like, I can't believe you guys were that hyped.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe
they're
it.
asking us how we got so hyped before our shows.
Yeah. But the issue is, it's like, you gotta look as cool as possible
Yeah.
and still look like you don't know what you're doing. It's gotta look fresh. It's
At the
gotta
end
look
of the day,
fresh.
if people pay to get in, they might as well be entertained, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're there for you.
It's our job.
We have a lot of fun
There to
with it, too.
entertain.
And invariably something, some little hitch or speed bump will present itself on stage, but that's how you know that you're a professional, because you deal with it.
Yep. Now, you guys, being an opening act, do you guys ever split off on off days and do headlining shows yet? Or have you...
Actually, we do. Not on this particular run, but we've done that before, and it's always good. especially when we're on tour. Like, say we're on tour with Hinder, and we have 30 shows with them, and we have 5 shows of our own headlining in between on days off. More people will come out to see us because we're on tour with Hinder. It's like, at this stage in our career, it's really all about the building process. I mean, it's like, that's why there's an opening band. Like, if everybody could just go out on tour and people were immediately just, allied, everybody would be doing it. It's not that easy, so it takes a lot of work.
Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the studio. Are you guys all pretty comfortable in the studio atmosphere?
Well,
hate the studio.
Ted is famously not a fan of it. I love it. It's what I do all day. It's what I do for a living at home.
So basically, when you're in the studio, you want to bust it in, get in there, get it.
Yeah, I never
out.
get anything as quickly as I want it. It never sounds the way I want it. I'm always stuck with it.
Yet. We will
always
get it.
always bum my ass out, somehow. So
I never really mind the studios. It's just like, you go there, get it done, get out,
I love the process, man.
have fun.
It's creativity. It's like a blank slate. You can do whatever you want, especially with Pro Tools. Like back in the day when people were cutting 2-inch tape together and gluing it. It's a lot different. These days, you can just cut and paste on, with a mouse click. So it's pretty cool. Everybody's got their own opinions about it, and if it was for everybody, again, everybody would be doing it. The studio is, you don't just go in there, lay it down, and then walk out. There's a process. It takes a while. You got to mic things up correctly and get the right tones, preamps, or it's like having a girlfriend. You gotta treat her just right.
Do you remember what your first experience in the studio was like for you guys?
Remember that 48-hour session
yeah,
we did?
we cut a 11-track demo in 48 hours.
In like 2008.
Not even. It was 24 studio hours because 12 hours a day on the weekend.
Wow.
That was one time.
That
it
was
was pretty fun actually. We were pretty much all recording at once, but all in separate rooms, and it was wild.
That was kind of nuts.
That was our first taste, and then we started working with producers, and naturally producers have their own magic. Everybody's got their own way of doing things, but I don't know. It changes from album to album, day to day, engineer to engineer. Every room's different too.
Yeah. They're not all built the same.
No,
Never.
if they were, we'd all sound like Nickelback.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Everybody got their pockets full of money.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about over the last few years, all the social networks that have popped up all over the place. What's your guys' perception of all of those? Facebooks and Twitters and Reverb Nation?
It's done two things. One, it's made life a lot harder, but it's also made life a lot easier. Back in the day, it was a lot harder for a startup band to get signed and get to the level where they had a mass outreach, where they could reach millions of people in one fell swoop, because there was the record store, and whatever was in that record store was what you got. And so it was a lot harder in one respect. And back then, so now it's a lot easier. The internet and iTunes and Facebook's made it a lot easier to get to that mass market, but it's also made it a lot harder because now a record company could pick up a band now, dump a lot of money into them, put them in the record stores, and nobody goes to the record stores. So it doesn't matter. These days, it's all about touring, and it's like everybody is working hard, and there's just no set way to do it anymore. There's no formula. Back in the day, there was a formula. You plug this amount of money into a band, put them on this many tours, put them in this many stores, platinum record. It's not that way anymore. Especially because platinum records back in the day were not based on records sold. It was shipments to record stores. And so how do you measure it now? How do you track what somebody is downloading on LimeWire? And and it's like I think LimeWire is great. It's like it's a way for people to get out there, but a lot of people don't realize that it's like
Hindering the bands as well.
Yeah, it's hindering the bands because it's like, imagine if somebody ran a hardware store and at night when nobody was looking, everybody just went in and took stuff because it was free.
So are all of you guys interactive on all the social sites?
All of us, yeah.
Facebook, all that stuff?
Yeah. We're tweeting, we're twatting.
I'm more of a Facebooker.
I'm right there with you. Yeah, I just haven't figured out what's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Let me tweet that.
I hate
That's basically.
I'm like Facebook all day. I'll just scroll on my news feed, like some stuff. That's how it is.
If you're not
I feel
in
like
the
I feel like
now.
the old guy of the band. Like I hate all the new stuff. Like I was okay with MySpace and Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to MySpace? It like disappeared, and then it's trying to make a comeback, and it's not working so great.
Nobody's even really digging the new MySpace. All
There's
the,
a new MySpace.
yeah.
It's already old. They're already going to reformat it again.
Exactly. I think they're probably just going to go in.
I think Instagram towards keep it easy.
There you go.
Ted likes
Double
Instagram because
taps.
you don't have to read.
I have this hashtag. I've been trying to get him on Twitter all year, and so every tweet that I tweet, I hashtag Matt Whitaker for Twitter 2013, and all our fans love it,
Nice.
and they're all bugging it.
Nice.
I'm tweeting it right now.
Now, have you guys had any of the like super fans that just like always tweeting and following you guys on Facebook?
I mean,
We have
Yeah.
hundreds of those.
It's pretty exciting. You know, we've had fans that flew across the country to come see us play, and they're on the social media, you know, promoting outside of what we're doing. So that's really when you start making impact, is when, you know, fans are inspired enough to do the promotion for you almost, you know.
When
Or
fans-
alongside you, I should say. Not
Yeah,
for you.
and when fans are just consistently on it every day, it's like we almost have one in every state now, where they're just, we call them, they're not fans, they're like genuine friends, because like there's this wonderful lady in South Carolina named Cheryl Fleming, and she will literally like fly out to California, spend the week.
Definitely. All right, you guys know it? All right.
Yep, going.
Talking about all the touring you guys have been doing, how many vehicles have you guys been through?
What?
How many vehicles have you guys been through?
This is technically our third because we started in
knock
two.
on wood.
But we started in my pickup truck and his minivan. We just couldn't make money. So one of those cars aren't dead, but this has been our total
Yeah.
since.
You know what's funny about this is when we were running on 2 gas vehicles, we were like, all right, smaller vehicles, yeah, and we were getting like 14 miles to the gallon each one. And then we upgraded to this guy, and this thing's 25 feet long, it's 10 feet high, and it carries all our equipment and all of us in it, and sleeps 2 up top. And we get 22 miles to the gallon. And it's
Wow.
diesel. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Best gas mileage in rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, we're the most eco-friendly opening band I think there is. But, you know, it's not really a matter of like how many vehicles you can run through. I feel like it's how to utilize what we have. You know, it's like we're very lucky to have what we have, and there's always something better. There's always going to be something bigger and better that we can upgrade to. But at the end of the day, most people don't have this.
Yeah.
You know, granted, we want that.
Yeah.
We want that
Want
bus
that.
over there. But you know, until we're making at least 10 grand a week, we're not getting those.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. So, you had mentioned something earlier about going out with a couple other bands here in the future. Any big things coming up for you guys after that?
You know what? There's always big things coming up. The thing about the music industry is it's terminally fickle. I mean, things will just change overnight. So, like right now, you know, we have a festival with Pop Evil, Taproot, Smell of You Soul, but you know, tomorrow we could be going out with this band or that band. We could literally, at any time, at any place, I could get a phone call from our management or any of the guys saying, hey, you guys are going out with this band in 2 weeks. Be ready. And we're like, even if we're in the middle of a tour with another band, you know, we could jump.
Yeah.
You know, so it just changes every single day. So right now, again, our life is firm. It's not confirmed, but you know, it's like,
We'll be somewhere.
yeah, the levels are thinking about it, hold, firm, confirm. That's how booking goes.
Nice. You know, just observing you guys, you know, you seem like you guys have the right attitude. You know, you're accepting everything that you're learning from this whole experience. Putting it in the right place.
You know what that
This is
van's
all of our 4 years of college, so
yeah, and that
we
van,
better be learning something.
yeah, that van is small enough as it is. We don't have room for egos too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's like
I
a
see
whole.
what you did there.
I know, right? Yeah. But you know, it's like we live together on the road. It's almost like being married to 4 people at once. You know, if there's an issue, we gotta work it out. And anything, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, but things have to get worked out, and they do. We're friends, and we hang out at home.
Especially if you're closed in the same vehicle for who knows
Rage
how many
cage.
hours.
We call it the rage cage, yeah.
Right.
But I mean, imagine living in like a condominium, let alone like a van
Yeah.
with dudes.
6
6 dudes.
6 guys in no shower.
I mean, if there's one
Let's
thing,
rock and roll for you then.
yeah. But if there's one thing, I guess like I'd like to just impart on anybody who's looking to do this is. It's not easy, and it's not for the impatient. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of money, and it takes a lot of willpower. But it's possible. Everything's possible. Every year we get a little bigger, a little better. This year we actually charted, which was nice.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
How many thousands of bands will never say that?
exactly. We were in the top 200 nationwide. We got to 52.
You know, so
There's
that's
what?
a
There's a
huge
million bands
just
nationwide.
right there, you know. So, oh man, God, I think that covered everything, man. You know, let you guys get ready for your sound check, and definitely put
Thank
you
you,
guys
appreciate
to
it.
chat with us.
Hey, thank you so much, man. We're very grateful for an opportunity to go on. And if you're not in the now, you're in the now.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Very
Guys.
cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, some.